Chapter 102. Distinctions between God and men. Jared had only just uttered the last word when Asmahel was already standing between the two. For earlier he had talked with several children of the evening, asking them about different things and also teaching them. The two were initially somewhat startled, but they soon composed themselves, and Enoch asked Asmahel, "Most beloved Asmahel, what shall be done now? Shall we still stay here or continue our journey?" But Asmahel said, "I did not come to you to answer this question, but I came because I discovered with both of you a great love for me. Rejoice, Jared, that I shall move to your home, and you, Enoch, too, that you so highly respect my love. For wherever I make my abode, death will never gather in a harvest. But woe betide the dwelling into which I do not move. For there will be no end of lamenting, and death will be staying in all the chambers of such a house, to which I do not wish to come. Truly, I tell you, Jared, that he who has me as a guest has everything, whereas he who has rejected me has lost everything. If the man from the lowland who this morning came to you most humbly appears somewhat strange to you, and you cannot make out his nature quite clearly, bear in mind that also God cannot and will not understand how men, as his created beings, can imagine themselves greater than God is from eternity, very actively experiencing himself. Behold, men judge one another, whereas God lets his sun rise daily over everything, and lets his rain fall over the whole earth. Men make distinctions and do not consider all worthy of their wisdom. But God, the great teacher of all suns, spirits, earths, and all men, does not abhor and consider it beneath his dignity to be a wisest teacher to the worm in the dust, the blowfly, and all the other animals, be they ever so small and unpretentious. Men regard their own dwellings as hallowed, and let even their own children and brothers fall upon their faces before them, whilst God allows even the lowest animal to walk about freely on earth without prostrating itself before anything. Men curse and severely punish the ones who have in something offended against their will. But God blesses even the stones, is most merciful towards everyone who has strayed, does not curse, is very patient and gentle, and exceedingly restrained in his judgments. When men turn to God, they act as if they were themselves gods. Woe betide him who does not show them the highest respect when they perform the so-called divine services. They are particularly angry when they perform their offerings, so much so that if someone approached and did not promptly fall upon his face before them and the burnt offering, he would be banned for all times, if not risk his very life. But he would be cursed at any rate. However, when God comes to men, he comes in humble lowliness as a servant, and then shows that he is not pleased with such so-called divine services. Behold, when men perform works of, so to speak, divine service, everybody has to fall down and tremble with awe. But seeing God daily perform before them, and for their benefit, the greatest wonder-works, no one falls upon his face, which God does not, and will not, ever demand before the true, great divine service God himself performs. Thus it is not only you, Jared, who does not understand some things. Even for God there are many such absurdities on the part of men. Therefore, do not mind me, but rejoice and be of good cheer, for you have received life into your home. Amen.